Everyone's got an excuse. What's yours?
See, huh? What did I tell you? I've been working on them. Look at that. Little cuts here and there. Look at the calves here. Huh? Coming in, huh? Not bad. Not the best. Not happy, but not bad. How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. This is my 45th weekly update. Finally got my camera back. As you see, I don't have my laptop back yet, but I do have editing capabilities, so I figured I'd shoot some videos this week, put up some cool stuff. If you follow my social media, you'll see I took some pictures of an Atlas stone mold I got. I finally got a mold. And we're going to make a real Atlas stone, a good one. It's only going to be 100-something pounds. I think 115 is what they estimate. It's 14 inches, but an Atlas stone nonetheless. Got a couple more Husafell stones going. And if you all follow, you also saw I put up a picture where I made a T-handle and a farmer's walk handle, which I made one just to get an idea of how I was going to make it, and I didn't have my camera at the time, so I'm going to make the other one, and the T-handle is really easy to make, so I'll show you how to do that, and I'll talk about prices and all that when you see those videos. So, you know, subscribe to the channel, because I'm all about like do-it-yourself fitness DIY shit, and I'm 100% about IEDs. I say IEDs, I don't mean improvised explosive devices, I mean improvised equipment or exercise devices. You know, you see the thing I used to do squat or calf raises. Nothing more than a few 2x4s literally hammered together just to give me a good platform to get good flexion on the calves to come down and then come back up. Which is all you need for just that extra calf development. But I'm getting more into strongman style training. I like the idea of it being a little more functional. I started adding more Olympic lifts into my routine, and by Olympic lifts I just mean the clean and press basically, because it's always been my favorite. The snatch is just, I don't have the shoulder mobility to do it yet, which I'm working on my shoulder mobility doing the cleans, because you know it forces you to put your hands here to catch the bar on your collarbone or your front delts and everything. So I'll put up some videos when I'm a little bit better at that, maybe even, probably not a how-to, but some videos of me training here and there. And if you're wondering why I'm getting into strongman stuff, it's not just because of the functionality of it. That's great too. Bodybuilding is where my heart is. I've always loved the idea of hypertrophy and volume training better, you know. Normally in my training I don't go below, you know, like 8 to 12 reps, that sort of thing. Even going as high as 30 on some of them, some exercises just for more volume to increase the time and attention, get the muscle to really grow, because I'm about big muscles, so I like that. I like that shit. That's what I'm a fan of, but I'm also a fan of strongman, which I'm gonna do some videos on strongman stuff too. But if you're wondering why I'm getting more into strongman training, it's because I have a bit of an announcement. I'm going to be competing in Elliot Hulse's Strength Camp Challenge 2. I'm apprehensive of doing it, only because every single week they announce a new event along with the weights, and honestly the weights that they're throwing out for the open class, I'm not going to sit here and say are unfair, but I would really appreciate it if they had sort of weight classes, because when you weigh 160 pounds like I do, you're not expected to do 360-pound deadlifts and then go up from there. You're expecting like 400-pound max from somebody my size. For the average person, obviously there's powerlifters my weight and size that do just crazy numbers on all kinds of Olympic and powerlifting lifts. But I really don't understand why they're doing it that way. I mean, and I'm not going in expecting to win. I'm not even really going in expecting to do that great, honestly. I'm not sure how many competitors they're going to have total, but I'm probably not going to make it very high up there just because the numbers they're talking about. I mean, they're talking about doing bench press, 225 for reps, and I'm like, okay, I can do like 3 of those. I mean, I'm 21. I mean, I've been training for a while, but you know, I'm just not at that level. And then they're talking about doing deadlifts starting at 360, and I'm just like, fuck. My best deadlift ever was 315 for 2, and it was like dirty form. I mean, I didn't hitch or anything because I didn't know about hitching when I did them, and I also weighed about 220 pounds at the time when I did them. I had a little bit more muscle, just more size, period. I don't know if I could do it, but I've got till November to figure it out. So we'll see where I'm at in November. And I'm doing more strongman style stuff because I'm expecting Farmers Walks to be one of the events. And I do some Husafel carries. Actually, I do Husafel carries every single strongman training because that's just how you build strength. I mean, just pick up something heavy and walk around with it. You want to get bigger and stronger? Fucking just do that. I mean, you look at like lumberjacks, old school lumberjacks, or people from Iceland in general. And that's what they tell you. I just picked up heavy shit and walked around with it. So without further ado, I'll just get into the update. Body weight this week is 160-ish pounds, so I believe that's no change from last week. I kind of stagnated here, and I'll be honest, they're doing a little bit of a competition thing at work where they're doing a weight loss thing, so I'm probably going to gain a little bit of weight just so I can lose it again, just to look better, be a dick. And body fat is at 8% still. I'm still hanging out right there at 8, which I'm fine with. And I'm starting to realize I think like I have skin just here hanging on, so that's something I guess I'm going to have to either deal with or just hope kind of goes away as I progressively lose weight. But I'm not that concerned about it. You know, once my muscles get big enough, that'll start stretching the skin, you know what I mean? So, workouts this week have been fucking god-awful. Just terrible. I injured my left wrist from... The pain went all the way from my palm right here, all the way up my shoulder, and all the way to my back, left lat. Just this whole part from the back to down my arm. Just pain, just pure pain. I couldn't bench this week. I tried. I really did. The only thing I managed to, I had basically the balls to do was squats. I even tried doing clean and press and just the overhead pressing alone. It was just, my shoulder was just dead. And I don't know how I injured it. I think it had something to do with this big boy right here, having to carry it around and set it up and everything. And I think I twisted my wrist wrong when I was doing some dumbbell bench press. I got a little cocky and went with a weight that was a little too heavy for myself, and I had it up in the eccentric position or the eccentric position, and my wrist just did this. It was a lot of pain, and I think that's where I injured my wrist, and then I continued to just beat my body, and that's what happened. So I've basically just been squatting this week, but as you know, I'm doing powerlifting or strength training style lifts, so I have gone up 15 pounds this week on my squat, which is pretty cool. It's fun for me. That's great. It's great to see squat numbers going up. Squats are great. I'm actually starting to like them a lot now that I can do them with good form and without hurting myself. And that's about it. I don't think I released any videos this week, so there probably won't be a link to any of the videos from the week down below. All the same, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. Hey, I got 40 likes on Facebook now. Everybody starts somewhere, you know what I mean? Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to say. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to go back in next week. I'm going to just rest this whole weekend while I'm going to build my IEDs, and that's about it. Other than that, you know what I'm going to say. What's your excuse?